Hello, I am live and right now I'm just adjusting uh you know what, this is fine. Raise Raising this camera a little bit. All right. Well, here we are. Here we are with another important topic, and of course this is something that came to me. All my topics just intuitively come to me and I'm like, this is really wonderful. And things like those is and I hope everyone can hear me okay. If you cannot hear me clearly, just let me know. Okay. And so this is on the topic of, and I'm going to have to repeat it when some people come in. Somebody is here. All right. Just let me know if you can hear me okay. And so forth. So, very, very important topic. As always, I love all my topics. I feel they're all very relevant. And this one is about that, what you would call push energy. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not the biggest fan of the word. I use it because that's what Twin Flame community is aware of. Hi, DM. Thanks for hopping on. Hopefully, everything is better today. The internet, everything, everything. All right. So, this is the what you would call push energy. I like to look at it as fear based energy. Uh, what else? The energy of you leaving your body. Hi, Antoniqua. That's what I like to consider this. Okay, this stuff is real. This stuff is real. I am going to be sharing my experience of being on the receiving end of the push energy. It came up in two ways. Also, I was guilty of it myself with what you would call chasing, what I call running away from your body, and this kind of stuff. Totally, totally normal on this journey because of the pull that there is in the connection, the pull that really brings you towards this person so much. You're like, why can't I get enough of this person? Why? There's all these whys coming up, right? Like, I can't stop thinking about them. They're everywhere. I just want to be with them all the time. I've been there down that road. And of course, the result of it was not fun. If you are the person who is distant from your body, you're constantly thinking about your twin flame, you're obsessing, you're over analyzing, constantly planning, hoping, wishing, praying, all this kind of stuff, like doing it constantly. It creates an energy where you're outside, you spend a lot of time outside of your body. That's what's really happening. It's like you're more focused on what's going on outside of you. I always like to use money as an example. I help twin flames with both, with the connection and with being successful with money, because a lot of us are business owners. A lot of us are not blessed with a silver spoon in our mouths or anything like that. And so I share all this stuff because they do go hand in hand. And if you can think of it that way too, it'll help you out a lot on your journey. So even with money, you focus a lot on it in the physical, constantly wondering where is it, when is it, how's it gonna come in, what's it gonna look like when it does come in. All this kind of stuff keeps it away from you. It really keeps it away from you. So really no difference. Both are masculine energy. If it's the divine masculine who is um, on the end of the energy, what I call the distancing from your body energy, right? And fear-based energy. Okay. So what that felt like, I'm going to give you an example. I'll start with my own experience of it. I was teaching this stuff. I was well aware of it. Mentally, I was well aware of it with other people, helping people to eliminate that energy, of distancing from their bodies. But then it happened to me. And honestly, did not know it was happening to me until the energy was no longer there. Okay. I'm going to share as much as possible of my part of the journey. I always like to stick more with my part and keep my twin flame part private as he requests. Okay. And so, what that energy felt like, and I hear it from other twin flames too. If any of you are on this, you're on that receiving end and you understand, you felt it, let me know. Comment down below. So, here's what happens. The universe comes for both people with this connection, okay? It's not one sided, and I certainly want you to let go of the idea that it's one sided. It is not. Signs, synchronicities, dreams, messages, I always say in that order. I just love the way it sounds together. Happens with both of you. There is this feeling of, even when you first met each other, and you're feeling like, I think this is the one. I feel like I met the one. So did your person. Okay. And in my observation, usually divine masculine, the connection is aware of it first. That's just my observation. Anyone out there can say something different. Recognizes it, is trying to figure it out, is trying to understand it, and all this kind of stuff, right? Happens with both of you. If you share, because you share one soul, I should say, if you're aware, this person is aware. There's no separation. Let go of the idea of it being separated. There's many things that happen along the journey that makes you begin to doubt yourselves. You doubt, this person doubts. Okay? That's what happens. All right. So I'm glad you admit to that. You got out of your body yesterday. It happens. It happens. There's a reason it happens. What I teach, especially with my clients, and is that, and I teach you guys to some extent, but we go further in it in sessions, is that there's a reason why it's happening. And when you tap into the root of it, the core of it, you heal it without thinking about it. This is not something that you talk yourself into. There's a reason it happens. And then you look at it and you keep nurturing that, it actually stops happening. You're actually able to be more in your body and continue to cultivate that. All right. And so what happens is, like I mentioned, both people are aware, get the signs, the messages, and so forth. So the twin who's on the receiving end of this energy hears the message. This is your person. That's the one intended for you. Go get them. Okay. And it becomes something that feels impossible to do. It becomes impossible to do. And you, on the side where perhaps your energy has left your body, can't understand it. You're like, why is this person distancing themselves? Why is this person not coming forward? Why are they choosing someone else? Okay. So let's take an example. I myself, I was in a connection with a karmic soulmate. The universe was like, not your man. And that was not your man. All right. So I was like, all right, well, how do I stop in this connection when I finally decided when I finally realized the universe wasn't playing and it was a journey for myself, right? How do I let this person go and choose my path and choose my twin flame connection and all of this kind of stuff? So I took this upon myself. I was like, all right, I'm going to listen to universe and things like that. Hardest thing to do ever. It was at that time. I'm going to explain why so you can really understand this energy and really see how much the fear-based energy keeps this connection from really unfolding. Okay. So it was a struggle because there was also a pull with this person, very intense pull with me and this other person. So I was like, all right, I don't seem to be winning with this. Try cutting cords, cutting contract, cutting you name it, and that kind of stuff. But the pull was just really hard. I would say towards one another and stuff. It was like the moment I was like, I got this, universe, I got this, something just sucked me right back in. I was like, you know what? I'm not strong enough for this. I don't know how to do this. And there were times where I was like, oh, excuse me. There are plenty of times I said to the universe, I'm sorry, I tried, I can't. I'm going back to this one. Okay. The pool was just too hard to stop. Okay. And I thought it was just me. I honestly thought it was just me. And then it happened that, and I'm not going to go too much into my twins info, like I mentioned, But I can remember a time I heard, let's just cut to the chase, that he was getting assistance, okay, on his part of the journey. Message came to me intuitively, okay? And the energy that was so hard to fight was no longer there, wasn't there anymore. And then it was like the biggest relief. And I came to understand, it was that moment I came to understand, wait a second, it was just it was not just me and things like those. And so because that energy, that intense, if you want to call it push energy, that was pushing me towards a different path, a different person, and all this stuff wasn't there anymore, I was able to come within myself, choose my journey, understand it, and listen to the universe, follow the universe's guidance, and all this kind of stuff. Meanwhile, this other person was still blowing up my phone. Okay. It meant nothing to me at this point. I was unaffected by it. And I had let him know too. I was like, listen, the universe said you're not the one. He was like, you really believe that? And I'm like, I'm a psychic medium, but the universe is telling me these things. I think I need to listen to that. Okay. I have to, I was like, I have to listen to this stuff for myself. I have to, right? I'll read your comments soon. It wasn't there. And the energy was just not there. And it was such a relief. Okay. So I'll that was one instant. Another instant where you may not realize you're doing this. This was something that I came to realize, but more with other connections and that kind of stuff, was the negative thinking about yourself. I'm not good enough. I'm not lovable. I'm not chosen. All of this. Why would they want me? What if they find someone else? What if they choose someone else? When you're experiencing these thoughts, what happens is it gives this energy of go away from me. You don't realize it does. It does. You can think of previous relationships when you had a hard time. You're like, 𝐏𝐫𝐞𝐻𝐿, stop bringing up the ex, right? I won't let this person go. So you had a hard time of letting this ex, no, no, no. You had a hard time, where was I going with this before I interrupted myself? Of, yes, you had jealousy, you had worriness, you had all this kind of stuff, but couldn't seem to make that connection work. It's because it was in that time, whether it was with your twin or with someone else, the energy, oh, can't hear? Oh, I hope. Oh no, anyone else can't hear me? I hope that is not the issue there. Oh, uh wait, what am I highlighted these comments? Okay. Let me know if anyone else is having oh, it comes in and out. Oh, wait a second. Hold on a moment. I hope you don't lose. Ah, I had to take it off of Wi-Fi, but I don't know. Okay, I'm so sorry with these videos, guys, and that kind of stuff. I hope this can continue. I took it off of Wi-Fi and put it more on data. So let me know if you still have issues. Hear me fine. All right, wonderful. All right, and so you don't realize it sends off this energy of don't come near me. Manifesting is so huge. When you're thinking this person doesn't want me, they're like, I really want to connect with you, but I don't know. It doesn't seem like you want me here. It doesn't seem like you like me and all this kind of stuff. But you're over here saying, I want this person. But deep down within, you're just like, I don't know if they really want me. And that's the signal they receive. That is the message the universe gets. Okay, is the things on your subconscious thought. And this person cannot connect with you when these thoughts, these energies, the fear is there inside of you. They want to come forward. But it's like something keeps them away. They don't know what it is because we're talking about energy here. It's all energy that it gives off. And, like myself, I slipped away. I was like, I'm not sensing and things like those, right? This is what it gives off. This is what that fear within gives away. And every time you mentioned my twin flame has chosen someone else, every time this comes out of your mouth, I have to say that, right? You're like, a she, comes out of my mouth, okay? What it does is it manifests that. So your twin flame over there with the karmic or whatever, who's like, this is not part of my journey. This isn't part of my path. I've been told this. I have dreams about it and I feel it. I sense it. I don't know. Something doesn't feel right about this connection. Can't seem to move away from that person because you're saying they chose the other person. Okay. It creates what you want to call push energy towards that person because this is how the universe perceives it because it's being manifested. Right? Twin flames aren't exempt from manifestation, okay? From manifesting. So you're like, they chose the other person. They're with the other person. I hope they have a wonderful time. I wish the two of them the best of time. Good luck to both of them. Any of these phrases, I hear push, 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 push. This is I'm trying to not use it. This is what my intuition said, all right? So I'm going to use it in that kind of sense. And the reason why I don't like the word, I'm being biased about it. My ego comes out about it. My intuition doesn't seem to care for that word whatsoever. It's just like use it. Is because it creates a lot of fear in people. This is a thing I strive to move away from. Well, even though you guys are like, is she, you're scaring me with some of this stuff. No, what I'm doing is giving you the information of how this connection goes. What happens in this connection when there is fear involved. Okay? You want to experience your twin flame connection, you just simply cannot with fear, or you learn how to work your way through it. All right? Because fear is a normal part of life. Either you're letting the fear take control of you, the fear is making you want to just give up, is making you want to tell them all kinds of words like they are this, they are that, is making you say, you know what, moving on, all this kind of stuff. Because the fear is too much. The pain is too much. I get out, oh, the pain. I gotta go into the pain. The pain, the hurt, the stuff that happened in the past. I get it. I get it. Believe me, I do. And so when you're sitting in that, not sitting in the fear, you're allowing the fear to move you into a different path, so to say. It, I can't find the words. Like, what I'm trying to say is fear can be there, but what do you do about it? Do you allow it to move you away from connection, which you feel a connection with the person? Or do you say, okay, I acknowledge that the fear is there. I'm aware that it's there, but I'm going to open up. I'm going to be authentic. I'm going to express the things that are happening in me. I'm going to allow this connection to unfold without letting the fear take over me. There are techniques to do this where you can bring the fear to a level that's manageable. Okay? This is your nervous system. Trauma affects your nerves. Okay, when you're triggered, when you're just feeling afraid, what happens to your body? Your body gets really worked up. And you're just like, I don't know, I can't, this is too much, I can't do this, and all these words happen, right? So this is definitely one of those areas that I touch upon to heal the nervous system so you're not impacted by fear and you're able to move forward in this connection, of course, using mirror techniques, using different things, meditations and so forth. There's different things that go into here that helps you to remain in connection with the person, that has nothing to do with looking at them and asking yourself, what are they thinking, doing, saying, feeling, all of this kind of stuff. All right. So I'm going to touch upon the pain, the hurt that you've experienced. Boy, it's a tough one, right? The ego comes in. You're like, Asheen, it's not my ego. Like, I'm really, this person hurt me. They hurt me. Okay. That's still ego. I was an ego. Spirits came and they were like, you're the one who left the connection. And I was like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? I was like, no, you got the wrong person. And literally ran around for about 2 years saying that I was a chaser, calling myself a chaser. At that time, I was using that phrase. I couldn't see anything more than past the pain that I went through. And well, I can go on forever. Couldn't really see that. And so the pain that happens in this connection took place because of two people, one soul, who were not coming out of, well, yes, who had experienced trauma, who went through events in which they felt let down by the people they trusted, they loved, the people who were supposed to be there for them, and so forth, and it didn't happen. This is the unhealed version of both of you. So you come, or both aspects of yourself. So you come into this connection and you're like, all right, I can experience this. Feels like I met the one, right? Then your fears catch up to you because that's what they're going to do. The fears are there, the limiting beliefs, the ego has not been looked at, managed, broken down, all of this. So you're coming into this connection with somebody called it the Louis Vuitton baggage. I love how they said that. Louis Vuitton baggage that you've been carrying from previous times. Not your fault. You didn't know that. You both did not know that. And so, what you got presented, each of you, it was an unhealed version of yourself that was afraid, okay? That wasn't prepared for this connection. And so, where you're like, all right, I want this connection, I really do. But I am worried that this person may not really want me, or they're going to criticize me, they're going to judge me the way other people have, right? But I'm willing to give it a try. So this might have been you. Your twin, on the other hand, I feel like this is the connection. It's showing me myself that I ran away from. What is that? It's showing me love. This person says they love me. What on earth is that? These are possibilities, right? Because it's two people coming into a connection with an unhealed version of themselves. This journey hasn't taken you on a ride yet of trying to figure out what is going on here. Okay? And you would believe a person who experiences love. A part of you might be like, if this person loves me, why did they leave? Okay? Why did they leave? Because they were afraid of something within themselves that got shown to them. Either something they were running away from, something they didn't realize they have. Perhaps it was a pattern of running away from themselves, running away from their intuition. Like, this is too good to be true. Yes, they say this about me, but I don't know because I've been hurt from the past. And you might be like, you know what? That's unfair. Why am I being compared to someone of the past? It happens. Not saying it's fair. I'm saying it's two people who are coming from past relationships, perhaps, traumatic events from childhood of not feeling good enough in some kind of way. One doesn't feel good enough, but wants to give it a try. I'm willing to do this. And the other one who's just too afraid of what they're seeing. Okay. And plus, it was divine, you know? If your twin flame, you and your twin flame had stuck around each other during these unhealed versions of yourselves, either, well, I don't, I don't want to manifest, but just let you know, and we're talking about the past anyways. Either that connection would have continued to feel challenging because there are these unhealed parts still, or, oh, and you wouldn't have stepped into this journey of trying to understand yourself, trying to understand what's going on, aligning with yourself, balancing your energy, healing fear based energies, all of this kind of stuff probably wouldn't have happened. Because this connection, in the way that it's set up, if you want to call it running, chasing phase, or whatever terminology, all running really, has a divine purpose. That part has a divine purpose in which you set off on your journey. Each of you go your path to discover more and more about yourself, to learn things that this other person, you wouldn't be able to see with them. Perhaps, for some of you, you got into a connection with someone and you're like, oh, that's what I was doing, right? Maybe a person was chasing you and you're like, that doesn't feel good. Or if you're the kind that runs away from connection, you wind up with someone that's in and out and they're just like, I don't know about you. And then you're like, oh, wait a second. That feels familiar. That was me, you know? And through healing and self discovery, aligning with soul, balancing, removal of negative thoughts, healing yourself from this, all of that, learning new relationship patterns. I say relationship just to give you an idea, but it's more of a connection. I say relationship, learning new relationship patterns, because what you have in mind or had, if you worked on healing this, was what someone else taught you about relationships, was what society taught you about relationships, or what you think, with your mind. You're thinking about relationships and you come into this connection and you find out none of that works. There's a motorcycle going by. None of it works. Okay? Doesn't work. It actually has never worked in any connection. It certainly would not work with your twin flame. Looks like the sun's coming up. It was kind of dark out here, and I was showing on my face. The energy of being distant from yourself is real. And it makes it super challenging on both of you, not just you. I hear all the time, is the runner happy? Are they okay that they did this? No. Mm-mm. Do they understand why? Probably not. Because these thoughts, try and move away from the sun. I'm not good enough. I'm not lovable. They don't want me. They want someone else. I don't think they're going to come back. Reunion, all of this says go away. And they're like, I'm trying to come to you. And I can't seem to do that. I can't seem to let go of what's going on in my life and choose my path. I can't seem, like, you've got to take care of your fears, everybody. Okay. Let me see. I can move away from the sun a little bit. You've got to take care of your fears. All right. I'm trying to fix my stand here. And I can't get away from the sun. It's partially on my face. It's okay. So I'm going to answer a few questions here. And yes, and now I'm so angry that it happened. Oh no, don't be angry. Don't be angry. Everything that happens, you can change it just like that. I'm looking at the sun. It's okay. All right. Don't be angry with just yourself because I let his current girlfriend get me upset. Now that's an awareness. You have recognized that something had made you feel upset. Now what are you going to do about that? Okay? That's all it is. It's all coming to awareness. And hide beyond the surface. Why does my twin flame reach out from fake accounts? We're in separation right now. There you go. There you go. There's an example. All right. Lots of twin flames. You know, universe. The universe became okay with me saying this. Again, they're like, is she? Why are you saying this? Good observation. And the things that I hear. Lots of twin flames create fake accounts, are lurking, hiding somewhere, driving past their twin flame's house. They feel the connection, they're aware of it, they're curious, and there's a wall that says, don't come here. And it's in your second sentence right there. We're in separation right now. Okay. There is this perceived idea that you and this person are separated, therefore, they must show you separation because you believe that. All right. And separation from yourself as well. This is a whole nother video, how you can be separated from yourself, and they mirror that. So there is this feeling like I can't come close. I don't know how to come close. I'm so curious about this connection. And I'm so drawn to this person. I just like I can't. You think you're the only one who's like, I'd like to get to know more about this person. They can't come forward. They are, if you want to call it the pull energy. To be honest, I listen to that push pull, and I'm just like, it's confusing how it's worded. But I'll use it for this purpose, just to show you how this goes. One pushes, the other pulls, has more pull energy, and so forth. Or let me see if I can come up with a different way of saying this. There's polarity. There's um the yin and yang. There's positive and negative end. You know, you're no, trying to find a way to word it. You're not of the same energy. Okay. And it's like where you are likely, if you're using the word separation, I just have to say it. I just have to say it. Separation says keep away. Universe gets, okay, you're separated. So we create this situation, and this person is like, but I want to get to you. I don't know how to get to you. And then you got the fake accounts and all this kind of stuff because they're lurking, something saying don't come forward, but he's in the background lurking. When you heal that will stop happening. Okay. You're like, Asheen, okay. Maybe if you're asking or someone else, I'm hearing a question, but is it really that simple? Does it work? Yes, it does. Absolutely. Your twin shows you your subconscious thought. And this person doesn't know what to do. Going up against your subconscious thought. When you take a look at that and your energy, big shift happens. It's like that walk, whatever it is that they feel is keeping you at distance from each other is not there anymore. Okay. And there's a greater, I want to say like a pull towards you, but it's more like all right, I trying to think. Surrender. There's a surrender with it, and then allowing the universe to guide them on a journey. So how is she so intuitive? It's like she sees right through me, and it's scary. There you go. There you go. It feels scary. This connection can feel scary to a twin who's used to, I'm not saying it's you, but observation, who's used to keeping themselves away from others. I'm gonna plug in my phone, so you guys might lose me for like a second. We've been doing so good. Let me see. You may or may not. Nope. Okay. Oh, here we go. All right. Yeah. That's a scary thing. There's so many aspects of this journey where you have to be in those shoes to understand. Even when I hear phrases like, well, why don't they open up to me? I'm so easygoing. They can tell me anything. I don't understand, why does my twin choose to run instead of opening up to me? I'm here. I'm listening. Do you know how scary it can be for someone to actually open up about the deepest fears happening inside of them, their worries, their concerns? It might have happened to you. You're like, I can't tell them that. There are some aspects of this that is mind boggling, but it's real. Okay. And it's very, very hard for a person who has run away from their emotions, run away from themselves, run away from so many things, to just simply say, I'm going to be here. I'm not going to run away. It's not easy. All right. But it can be done. Absolutely. Universe is right there. And all you gotta do is heal that part of yourself that says stay away, that you don't realize is saying that to this person. Okay. And so, good one. Why do they check your social media? It's a strong connection. Does the push turn off the DM? I know I've felt when someone comes on too strong. Is it like that? I'm glad you brought this up, because this is the other one. Okay. So I listed two ways. This is the third one. You got it. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And I'm going to explain why. Okay. Energy. Well, when there is a push energy towards anything, it feels like it's too much. It feels scary. When we're talking about divine masculine, this is energy, not gender. The divine masculine energy likes freedom. Okay. Likes to feel free. And you're like, free as in like single. I want to be with, I'm not talking about that kind of free. Mm-mm. Although there are some, yes, energetically free. And so when you're constantly worrying, are they there? Are they? There's no freedom in that. They feel as though you're going to try to control them in some kind of way. Again, this is energetically, this is within. Perhaps the DM might not be able to explain it to you, but something just doesn't feel right about the energy that comes on too strong. It feels like they are choking. Now, if you think about it, just like you say, I know I felt when someone comes on too strong. How did it feel? Put yourself in the shoes of somebody coming on too strong, and all day long they're like, I love you, I want to be with you, how come you didn't answer my call, where are you, what are you doing? 10 phone calls per day, text message, constant text messages without getting any response back. Think about it, how that would feel. And I'm not saying it to judge anybody, I'm just saying it creates a push energy with anything. And you combine that with the energy of the connection. Now, the connection has a really strong energy in it that usually the divine masculine does not know what to do with that energy when it's really strong. That energy that you've got to balance. But there's no balancing of the energy. And then there is obsessiveness on top of that. Whoa, what is that? Okay. And when, let's say, if this person, some DMs will open up and say something which I applaud them for. If your DM has said, you know what, this energy feels like too much, or maybe the wrong type of words, you're being too much, or something like that, you're going to be like, they just offended me. And they're telling you this is too much. This is good information. You could be, this is the moment to be like, all right, perhaps my energy has been a lot more on this person than I would have liked to. Okay. Not all of them will say that. Instead, you will see someone who becomes distant, answers your calls and text message less often, kind of seems to just fizzle off, because it's like, what is that energy? or they start paying attention to other things and, other people hoping you get I don't know, because that energy, nothing of it feels good. Okay? You got to come within. Come within, heal the connection you have with yourself. Let go of relationship ideas and what it's supposed to look like. Prioritize yourself. The energy feels so much better when you're doing that and relaxing. All right. A connection is two people choosing to be together, not one person trying to make the other one come forward. And that kind of stuff. That energy can feel like a lot. And so it's both of you having your experiences, your life, and sharing in a middle ground. It's something of that nature. All right. And all right. Well, thank you for the comments there. You guys are lovely as always. And I'm so glad you hopped on, you commented. We had better success tonight. A little moment of not being heard, but it was better. So thank you. I will catch you guys next time. And also keep on the lookout for some master classes. I definitely have more coming. And I'll catch you guys next time. Oh, wait a second. There's more comments. Where were they? They were there. All right, here we go. How did people get through the twin flame connection hundreds of years ago without the internet? That is a good question. That's a good question. I don't know. But I'll look into this. This is an interesting one. Thank you. That helped a lot. You welcome. My DM keeps talking to his wife, who's been separated from him for 2 years and hasn't talked to me in 7 months. I'm working on the healing, and then I see him all over town, but he won't look at me. Energy. This is energy. Uh, we would have to have a conversation. Hi, Sean. And so forth. What I do know is this has a lot to do with energy and thoughts. Some kind of thoughts that you're having. Take a look at what you're telling yourself in those moments. Okay. It's crazy how he'd rather be miserable and live in his guilt than to come my way. He even believes in our connection. It's nuts. I just gotta point it out. He'd rather be miserable and live in his guilt. Take a look at that. Okay. Um, that's my recommendation. Take a look at that phrase. And can the DM see when the DF is standing in front of them? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. When the thoughts, when you're having fear-based thoughts, and the enemy is also fear-based in a way, the DM can see you. It just feels scary. It feels scary. The thoughts are reflected, all of this kind of stuff. This is all internal. You make the shift internal, it stops, whatever is going on there stops showing up in your connection. Okay. That's what I gotta say. All right. Well, once again, thank you everyone for hopping on, and I hope you have a wonderful evening, morning, whatever time it is for you. Bye.